Hi, this is Jack. Okay, now let's take this one step further. Let's look at sex and meditation. Okay, so what is the New Age movement, the New Age experience of this world? It is human beings who've become delusioned of the entire God construct, the God concept, the God experience. So they went in a different direction of trying to search and seek self-experience, self in all aspects. Because, you know, in terms of the delusioned experience of God being somewhere out there, they've now wanted to return to self in terms of seeking and searching for self. And in that seeking and searching, they went and created a different system. This system is called meditation. Okay, so have a look. What is meditation? What does meditation become? Human beings sitting in nature, by a waterfall, by a tree, sitting in the position, breathing, connecting to God knows what, God, the unified field, and mostly their guide. Okay, now, meditating, having the tree, the waterfall, the serenity, the peace, and then the guide. And now the beings meditate and connect to the guide. Now, what is this guide but another system development by the beings that have created meditation and went into the meditation experience to search and seek for themselves? And here is this guide communicating with them. Okay? Now the moment they connect to their guide, then they are at peace. Then they are serene. Then they have their orgasmic experience as they connect with their guide and communicate with their guide, because this guide tells them exactly what they want to hear. Tells them exactly who they are. You are God. You are important. You are the Lamb of God. You are the disciple of God. You are very important in this world. Knowledge, 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 information, information, information. And there you sit in this orgasmic experience while your guide system communicate with you. And in that moment of the entire meditative experience, as you communicate with your guide, you have your orgasmic experience. But what is this guide but a self-created system through the first point of separation of seeking self? So of course this guide will tell you everything you want to hear. Oh, I'm able to relate to this guide. Oh yes, now I trust this guide because this guide is telling me exactly what I am and what I experience precisely. Who am I not to trust this guide? I'm trusting this guide. So, have a look at this sexual experience right here that I'm explaining. The being walks his normal life, you know, continuing. Only in meditation comes the connection. The connection with the guide is the penetration. The experience with this guide and the communication and the information and knowledge being fed with, of course, the serenity and peace of the environment and the experience is where the orgasmic experience is coming from. But have a look. This is the human being actually fucking themselves, having sex with themselves. And what is that connection now to masturbation? What is the difference then to this experience than to human beings masturbating in this world? No difference. Why? Have a look. What are people doing when they masturbate? They use their hand, trying to get a grip on themselves, trying to handle themselves, trying to experience themselves, trying to find themselves, discover themselves, and believing that that connection being made with themselves as they take a handle on themselves and move themselves, fucking themselves, literally having sex with themselves, it brings that orgasmic experience, which is the cleansing of the system and the purification of the systems within them. What is meditation? The exact same thing. Human beings are fucking themselves when they're meditating and communicating with their self-created guide. Because, why? They're again trying to get a handle on themselves, a grip on themselves, trying to find themselves, trying to experience themselves. It is all about that yearning of self-experience and self-expression. And then the beings who masturbate and meditate can do nothing in this world. They just sit and they fuck with themselves, literally. They're not able to actually stand up and take responsibility and fully participate in this world in terms of standing up for all as one is equal, as this world and of this world, actually directing this world straight forward in absolute communication, practical application, as an experience of themselves. No! Both the beings who masturbate and meditate go to their secret, serene places alone to be with themselves and literally fuck themselves over completely. So, now meditation and masturbation are the 2 points that keep this entire system of consciousness existence stable. Why? Because they sit by themselves. They just fuck themselves. That's it. They have sex with themselves. The orgasmic experience with themselves. Alone. Got nothing to do with this world. They don't participate in this world, do they? No. Apparently it's all about me alone here. Just having this orgasmic experience by myself. Speaking to myself, is another meditation person, speaking to myself, that connection being the orgasmic experience I have with me, connecting to the world and God knows what, nature, what not, in absolute separation. They don't walk in oneness in every single moment and every day. They're not peace, they're not oneness, they're not serenity. They don't walk it as them as an expression of who they are in every moment, do they? No. They go, and only when they meditate do they connect. Absolute separation. That's another separation system. So both people who masturbate and meditate are those that keep this entire consciousness existence stable. For all those other human beings who are having normal sexual experiences. The exact same manifestation, just in a different picture. Thank you very much. This is Jack.